welcome back. So, let me ask you one question. Do you believe in yourself? If you answered no, let me tell you why you did that. Because you still are living in the past. By past, I mean that you are still telling yourself the same stories that you have been telling yourself. You still believe, you still have all those limiting beliefs about yourself because the way you were treated in your childhood or the way the things have been, and because all of that you don't believe in yourself. So if you want to change that right now, do you know what you want to do? You have to first fucking take the responsibility. You have to first understand that it is your responsibility, that you can change the way you view the world. You can change your perspective about the world. This is the very first foundation of you understanding this at a very simple level. And once you have that, let's just understand how you can change your beliefs. We all are in our minds, we all throughout our day there's so many thoughts that just come and go. But you know what? First start being aware about what you are thinking. When you start paying attention to what your thoughts are in your mind, you'll get so much more clarity on what your thoughts are trying to tell you. If there's a certain situation and you always try to demean yourself, you always try certain negative thoughts, you think about certain negative thoughts, then you have to realize that there is certain things because of so and so you are telling yourself these statements, you're telling yourself these again and again. So the very first step is you have to become aware of your thoughts. Once you start identifying or being aware of your thoughts, the very second step is that you need to demarcate those thoughts into two sections. First is whether those thoughts that you're telling yourself, are those the empowering thoughts? Are they like helping you out in a positive way, or are they disempowering thoughts? They are limiting yourself, they are limiting your potential. Let me give an example of when suppose in a certain situation you feel that I'm not worthy of being loved, and then you have to become aware that you are thinking such and such thoughts. You first have to acknowledge that yes, that is how I think, or that is how I'm thinking right now. But instead of just dwelling on to that, what you would do is that you would change that narrative or what you have been telling yourself. You would change that. Now I feel that I am worthy of being loved. I know I am being worthy of being loved. I love myself. I accept myself the way I am. When you start doing that, then that shift starts to happen. But let me be really honest with you. If you think that just by doing these, exercise of being aware and then categorizing into them, into empowering and disempowering thoughts will, just happen like, if you do it once or twice or 100 times, it won't. It won't, I'm telling you. Because this is such a thing that all of these limiting thoughts have been ingrained in your subconscious mind. They're not at a conscious level, but they have been so deeply ingrained in you that they have become part of your personality, of who you are or who you identify yourself as. And because of that, just count how many years you have been living on this earth, and since then you have been conditioned the way you respond to certain situations right now. And because of all of that, if you really need to change your beliefs, you have to constantly put an effort. You have to constantly do these actions. You have to constantly take those actions that I'm telling you, because that is how gain understanding about these things. You won't get it in one go. You won't get it. You have to work on yourself throughout years in order to be a much better version of yourself. So that's the thing. So the third thing that I would like to tell you, just look like what you are consuming throughout your day. If you are constantly watching the same things and not are just consuming something which is not actually healthy for you, or is not actually genuinely helping you out in any way, then you need to change the things that you feed to your mind, because what you feed your mind is how you understand things, and that's how you perceive the world to be. So start reading books, because books are such a great source of inspiration, and books hold the power to just open your perspective, the world out there. You are able to, we have such a narrow mind. Like when you start reading books, your thoughts can really go from being here to here, because the perspective just gets wide open. So yeah, and then start listening. If you just can't read books, to be honest, now there's so many other sources of just getting the same content. Like you can listen to the podcast, you can watch YouTube videos, all of these. There's so much content out there. But start taking that action. Start doing these small little things throughout the day. That all of these would make so much difference. The way you act and operate, that you will only get to know once you start doing these things. And the next thing is that you need to journal. Journaling is such an important part of understanding ourselves. When you sit down there and when certain questions, you can just, when you read books, there will be certain questions, or you can just go on Pinterest and there's journal prompts out there. Go there and sit down and write about and answer certain questions. You will realize so many things about yourself that you didn't, because you were not aware of those things. You didn't take that certain action in order to understand yourself. So journaling is very, very, very important, I must say, to genuinely understand yourself and your thought patterns and your behavior. Yeah. And also, along with the journaling, you can also start a very, a beautiful affirmation or a gratitude book, where you write down, the affirmations that you want to inculcate in your personality. You want to change, like I am loved, I am healthy, I am happy, I am at peace. Certain things that you want to change in yourself, and you just write it down every day, and with, feeling those emotions, feeling all the emotions while you're writing there, being happy, being present in that moment. These small little things do make a huge difference if you just start doing those, and just listing down what you've been grateful for. No matter, there are certain, all days are not the same, but there are days when you can't find something to be grateful for, but still you take that action, you make that effort to write down, that I am so grateful that I'm breathing right now. I'm so grateful that I have a home where I can live there peacefully. So there are endless things in our lives to be grateful for, and we are so caught up in our mind that we never let ourselves realize this, that the things have always been there, but we just don't realize until they're gone. It's said like this. So if you want to change your beliefs, if you want to change who you are, if you want to be a better version of yourself, always remember, be a student in your life, because that's going to help you out there. So that's all for today. I hope you gained certain things out of it, and I hope that you take that action, you start taking the right action, to be who you are, and just realizing your true potential. Thank you.